Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Motorsport Manager. And it's come down to this. This is the last race of the season, and we have 3 points to make up if we want to win the series. And I have actually changed my tire strategy because I was taking a look at things. I was taking a look at our grid position, and it looks like the Lucatelli team is going with softer tires. Krantz here has soft tires. So what I've done is I went ahead and gave Mustafa soft tires because he has that quick pit ability, and I gave Boris medium tires. And we're going to go with a more aggressive style because this is more a top speed oriented track. Maybe that's actually the right call. The tires won't last as long considering how long it takes to get around this track, but we'll just have to see. In any case, that's what we're going to do. We'll start with pushing. Yeah, just get temperature up. Let's go ahead and continue here. And let's see how it goes. I am very nervous for this race. Now, taking a look at the grid position, we're in 15th and 19th. Krantz is in 20th. That's one of the drivers we have to beat. And Willis is the other driver we have to beat in 12th. Now, he's no longer injured, so it should be a little bit harder. Now, we need to theoretically finish better than both of those guys. Now, I'm a little bit concerned with the soft tires with Mustafa just because of the pack shenanigans. We're not probably going to be able to get as much advantage out of those tires as I would like. But we'll just have to see. Let's go ahead and speed up time here. As a matter of fact, there goes Mustafa with a good move, getting him up to 12th, but he is battling there. He's up into 10th now. Fantastic. Ooh, he's losing positions here, though. Let's see if he can do it by keeping it on the inside. So far, so good. Let's keep an eye on those temperatures. All right, so we're opening up the pack a little bit. We're in 12th and 18th here. Krantz did manage to pass us, it sounds like, which is not good. We are in front of both Lucatelli cars with Mustafa, who's running faster tires. As a matter of fact, a lot of the pack is running faster tires, which is one of the reasons why I made that change. Tire temperatures remain low, so we just have to see. Now, I expect the tire life to not be great because of how long it takes to get around this track, and just the fact that it does wear on tires a little bit more. We are in 11th and 20th, 18th, which is not bad. We're up into 10th now, which is fantastic. Mustafa's actually having a very good race so far, which is what we want to see. But we do have that one Lucatelli car right behind us. It is Krantz, which is their better driver. Where is Willis on this? Willis is in 18th. So we are battling Willis with Boris. And it looks like Krantz is going to have us, which is not too surprising. He is the best driver in the series right now, just as far as performance goes. Although we are fighting back here a little bit with Mustafa. Do manage to fight him out a little bit there, get up into 9th. As a matter of fact, how did we get into 9th? Did somebody pit? No, okay. We're just naturally passing this many people. Again, I think that was maybe the right strategy. We're going to have a hard time keeping Krantz off of us, but maybe we can hope for some bad luck for him as far as pits and everything. He is burning through his tires faster than we are. We do manage to get up into 9th ourselves, naturally. Boris is kind of staying down in that 18th position. What did you have to see? He's probably stuck in the pack right now. I should be able to pass a lot of people just on pits, though. Tire temperatures remain okay. I'm going to kind of watch what number 1, 2, and 3 car do as far as pits and maybe base my pits off of their strategy. Does look like we did manage to pass Willis here, so that's good news. But unfortunately, we do have one Lucatelli car in front of us. So we have one behind us, one in front of us. If Boris can have a strong enough position and we can keep Krantz out of... Did Krantz just pit? Oh, good. I'm going to actually maybe back off on the tires. Nah, we'll pit this time. Maybe. We'll see. We're up into 6th. And we have a good chance at 5th here. Do we chance another lap on the soft tires? I'm going to push for it. I think we can get a good position here if I stay out on the soft tires. On the other hand, I could just gamble on my better pitch strategy. Yeah, let's gamble on the better pitch strategy because a lot of other people are going to be pitting at the same time. Let's pit here. And I'm going to take another soft. It seems like the soft tires are working okay with us. Now, we don't have to totally fuel up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fuel up with an eye on saving us time. So if we take no fuel, oops, We take no fuel at 6 seconds. Take 1 lap worth of fuel. Still 6 seconds. Let's stay within like the 8-second realm. So we're going to take that much fuel. And we'll pit and we'll do fast and we'll get 6 seconds. So tire change. And what little fuel we took is only 6 seconds. Now, if I were to take on full fuel, it would be 9 seconds. So I want that 6-second pit. I mean, that saves us a lot of time. We don't get as much fuel, but it's not bad. We do get 4 laps worth of fuel. So, and the tires, they don't really last that long. So we'll be refueling a little bit each time. And maybe we'll do a big refuel at some point, but maybe we won't have to. All right, so that's the pit strategy for now. Fast pit, 6 seconds. I'm hoping we'll get out of the pits faster than a lot of our competition will. And we'll just have to see. Now, Boris, I'll keep out. And a lot of pitting going on. Yeah, we're going to gain a lot of positions here. So we're up into 9th, and we are right behind Willis. Where is Krantz in all this? Krantz is way down. I don't know what happened to him. So we're going to keep Boris out at least 1 lap, maybe more. Now, there's a safety car. Interesting. So there's a crash. So there's for sure we're going to be pitting Boris here. So I'm going to go ahead. We'll go on soft tires with him. And pit strategy. We can't do fast. We're going to take on fuel. And it's going to be the same kind of thing. I'm going to try and save myself time where I can. We're going to back off on this. Go balanced. So that's 9 seconds. That's 8 seconds. We'll go with the 8-second pit. Because it's only a difference of 1 lap worth of fuel equals 1 second. So we'll go with that. And that's what we're going to take. So we took soft tires and we took our fueling up. Honestly, I think soft tires are the right call for this track. I'm actually glad I made that change. Now, we actually passed the safety car, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen here. I'm assuming we're going to keep our positions and just kind of go around the track. So it was not anybody that we would want to crashing. This does keep Krantz back a bit. Although we're pitting here, everybody else pitted, so maybe that wasn't the right call. We're on to 13th. We're still ahead of Krantz? No, we're not. All right, well, that sucks, but it is what it is. So we're going to be following Mustafa here. More than likely, Willis will pit here, I would imagine. Or maybe he'll stay out, but then he'll have to pit later. We were planning on pitting anyway with Boris, so this isn't going to hurt us too bad, in my opinion. All right. So now we're with the safety car here. And the safety car will help Boris catch up so that he can use his soft tires to start passing suckers. Oh, back him off. Actually conserve his tires. Let's see if we can put this in low gear too. Alright, the safety car is going to be heading back into the garage. So we'll be going fast here in a second, so I'm going to go ahead, go back onto medium, go to push. You can go to neutral and medium, and away we go. So I suspect we're going to be passing some cars here pretty soon. We're up into 5th with Mustafa, and be able to use those soft tires to get up into 4th, and hopefully beyond. Because most of the pack is running hard tires now, so we should be able to gain position here as a result. Krantz is up into 6th, which is quite surprising, but now he's up into 5th. As Willis, did he pit? No, he couldn't have pitted. He still has crappy tires. Alright, well, here's hoping this strategy pays off for us. Another crash! I can't believe that. Alright, well, we're going to have to stay out on these tires. That kind of sucks. But we'll go to low here. 2 crashes. Now, let's see where we are. Krantz is where? Krantz is there. He managed to pit off of that. And Willis is where? Willis is here. Okay, so we're in front of both of them. Now, the downside is we're going to have to pit probably shortly after the safety car comes off the grid. And our tires are going to be rather cool when that happens. I mean, we'll be able to maybe go around a couple more laps. But too many crashes going on here. Really helps, I think, the other team. So the safety car is going to be heading into the garage. So this is going to be the last lap on the safety car. And waiting and waiting and waiting for this to happen. This is a very long track. So far, so good for us, though. Yeah, I know the temps are super low. We'll start going back to medium here. Oh, no, that's not. Oh, well, we need to do that anyway. And we'll start switching up to push here. As a matter of fact, I may even go up to attack so we can get some temperatures up in there. Let's go to attack here. And attack. I'll just do this briefly to try and get the tire temps up a little bit. Okay, now we'll switch to push. Alright, so we're in 5th and 8th. I'm really not sure why we're losing so many positions here. As long as we're not losing them to Krantz, though, or Willis. So Boris continues to lose positions here, which I'm not happy to see. I'm going to be able to go around this one more time, I think. Boris is in an okay position, but he's going to have to pit. And I think at that point we're going to have both Krantz and Willis probably passing us. That second crash screwed us so hard. Alright, well, let's go ahead and pit here with Mustafa. Actually, we're going to have to pit with both cars, aren't we? We'll pit with Mustafa. We'll get another set of softs here. We'll fuel up. And keeping an eye on trying to save us time. So 11 seconds probably sounds like the better deal here. Go with fast. Continue. So that was our big refuel. And yeah, fast pit. Continue. And then Boris. I think there's not enough space here, so I'm going to keep Boris out one more lap. He'll be okay, I think. Alright, now we'll tell him to pit. And we'll get another pair of softs here. We'll fuel up. Again, keeping an eye towards saving us time. So 9 seconds, not bad. We did make the tire change, right? Okay. And his awesome refueling ability really helps. Okay, Mustafa's going to be very close to the back of the pack. And this is what I'm talking about. That second crash screwed us so hard because it caused the pack to close up on us. So that we didn't have a big gap that we could take advantage of with these pits. So everybody and their brother is going to be passing us now. And I'm going to back off on this strategy here. All right, thankfully, Krantz pitted, so we're in front of him. And there's Willis. We do have some damage here that's going to allow us to pass these guys. So we're up into 13th and 14th, although they did slow us down quite a bit there. I'm going to assume there was some body contact, maybe. I'm going to have to keep an eye on the tire temps, though, to make sure they don't cool off too much. Because they do tend to run cooler. Now we need a crash, because we need this this pack to close up, because we're well behind everybody. But that means, look at Krantz. He's way behind us. So, I mean, that's both good and bad. We really want Willis to not do as well as he's doing right now. He's going to have to pit, though. So, I think it's time to start pushing these tires because they're getting too cool. And away we go. 6th and 8th. But Krantz is in first, which we don't want to see. We can't have a Lucatelli driver winning. That would be terrible. He's definitely going to have to pit soon, though. If not this lap, definitely next lap. He's also in second, because the number 1 car has much fresher tires, so they're able to pass. Okay, we get up into 5th, naturally. We have a chance on 4th here as well, although the car just took, that car just took 5th from us. We're going to have some pitting in front of us. Yeah, Willis is definitely pitting here. Hopefully we can pass him. Looks like we're going to be able to do that with both of our cars. So we're in 4th and 5th here. Now, I am going to have to pit with Mustafa probably fairly soon. I'm going to have to keep him out for one more lap. And then we're going to pit. And at this point, I could probably refuel him enough to get him around the rest of the time. Might give him medium tires. Do we pit now? His tires are kind of low. Let's have him pit now. And then we'll pit Boris next lap. So I think I'm going to go with medium tires here because I think they'll get him around without having to pit. We do only have 8 laps to go. Alternatively, I could wait a lap and be certain that medium tires will get him around. But, yeah, I think it will do it. And then we'll fuel him up. We only need 8 laps worth of fuel. So let's take as much as we can with what time we have. Get 6-second pit here. Okay, that looks good to me. And then Boris will keep out another lap. So we're up into 3rd. Although, who just passed us? We've got... Where's Krantz on this list? Willis. Willis passed us as in 7th. We're going to get out in 10th, though, so that's not bad at all. I think now we've got enough gap that we're not going to be so hurting with those pits. And Mustafa, you can back off on that tire a little bit. Okay, so now's the time to tell Boris to pit. And I think the same strategy. We're going to put on mediums. We can't do a fast pit, so I'm going to change it to balance so we know what kind of time this is going to be. And we're going to need some amount of... Actually, no, we don't need any fuel, do we? Because 7 laps, that's perfect. So he doesn't need to refuel at all. Okay, so that is fine. So we're just taking the tires. Why is that alone costing us 6 seconds? Can I take any amount of fuel without... Yeah, it burns me time either way. So we're going to have a 6-second pit. It's unfortunate because if we had that quick pit ability, we'd have a 4-second pit, which would be fantastic. It's not telling me excess fuel, though. I'm kind of surprised with that, but I should have enough, unless my math is wrong. 4 plus 26 is 30, and then another 3. So we should be fine on fuel. Now, we definitely have excess fuel with Mustafa's car. So do we tell him to start burning it a little bit? Yeah, why not? I mean, it's a lot of laps to tell him to do that, and that might be a bad strategy. But for now, I'm going to go ahead. Now, we just had Willis pass us. We don't want that to actually be the case. We're going to have Boris, though, coming out. And I'll put him in a neutral stance just for now. And you know what? I'll save the fuel for the meantime. So we're 9th and 10th, which is not terrible. Willis is ahead of us, but his tire life is rougher. Now, if he stays out the rest of the race, which I really don't know how he's going to do that, we're going to pass him probably just on the fact that his tire life is running down. The one thing I'm really concerned about is Krantz. Now, Krantz is running hard tires, which we should be faster than anyway, and he just pitted anyway. So there goes a huge gap for us. He's way down in the positions, so that's looking really good for us. I actually am I'm pretty optimistic here of what we can do. Now, it's possible Willis may get back up into the top, into a podium position because there's going to be pitting up ahead of us. But we're going to be right on his butt. And hopefully we can close enough of a gap. Now, the car in first is well out ahead of us. So it's unlikely Krantz will be able to win, which is actually good. That's what we want. If we can't win it, we want somebody else to win it. And that does look like it's going to be the case because, I mean, holy crap, look at where the number one car is. Now, whether or not the number one car is cheating right now, I don't know. We are doing a bit of lapping here. Oh, tire temperatures are looking low, so I'm going to start pushing to get them back up. So we only got a few laps to go. And we've got... It's not telling me I have excess fuel here, which I'm very surprised. But let's go ahead and put it in high gear a little bit with Mustafa's car. Let's close up a little bit. Might not make too much of a difference, but we'll see. I'd be really surprised if we run out of fuel here, considering that there's only a couple laps to go. All right, so again, I'm probably... All right, well, I'll keep it on high fuel burning strategy for right now. Nobody's pitting, which is somewhat surprising, but not totally surprising. As a matter of fact, I actually expect no one to pit here. So the question is, can we get past Willis? And I don't know if we can. We'll have to see. All right, so we're up into 6th. I am starting to have a little bit of concerns with, like, our fuel level here with Boris, because I just don't know position-wise where we're going to be for that. So I might actually have to switch to a conserve strategy at some point. Because the problem is, I have to go around another time. Because the number one car, this will be the last lap for them, but they're, like, way up ahead of us. We might have just enough fuel to do it. Yeah, it says excess fuel, so we should be okay. Now, Mustafa, I'm going to have to be careful with. Matter of fact, we're catching up to Willis here. And that's exactly what we need to happen. So I'm burning fuel here with Mustafa. Hopefully he can get up into 6th. And we're about to pass Willis here. And that's just because he didn't pit. We have better tires than he does. And there we go. We're in 4th and 7th. So we managed to beat... where's Krantz? Krantz is in 11th. We managed to beat both of their cars. Only slightly with Willis, but majorly with Krantz. So I'm hoping that this is enough points. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But this is not a bad finish. I would have liked Krantz to finish further down. I would have liked to pass Willis with both of our cars. We just didn't have the time to do it. So this was the pit strategy. We went on more pits than some other teams did. Krantz, where were you? You were 5 pits. Wow. We, on the other hand, went 3 pits, but that's because we were running softer tires, so we kind of had to do that. But I actually really like the strategy that I used there, and I think I learned quite a lot by doing that strategy. In any case, let's go ahead and continue here. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. Did anybody break rules? And if anybody broke rules, was it meaningful to us? We did have a demotion, and that was the car that was in first place, which I'm not surprised at all. Did you see how far of a lead they had? So that does give us a podium with Boris. It doesn't really help us, I think, too much with Mustafa. No. I mean, Krantz goes up no positions either, so that's good as well. Let's go ahead and continue here. Oh, actually, we can kind of see how many points we got. So we gained 2 points on Willis. And we should have gained a ton of points on Krantz. Where's Krantz? 22. But he also got the fastest lap bonus. So he gets 2 extra points. But even still, we've got 2 plus 6. And even if they haven't factored that in yet, that should give us enough to win this series. Because that's 8. And even if he gets another couple points there, that's 6. So we've won from what I can tell. So let's get on here. We get our podium. That's fantastic. And let's see where the team standings are. We're number 1. And we have it by a big margin here, 5 points. As I said, we've got 8 points in that last race. So, wow. I didn't know if we would be able to do it. And it really came down to better pit strategy. We had the better life tires. Willis was running really ragged tires, so we were able to pass him there. And I think a better strategy overall with my pits. I wasn't just dumping fuel into the cars. I was being strategic with the pits and using the time to its best advantage. So I think that's what the key to the game or this particular race was. And hopefully I can use those lessons in the future because I think they're good lessons. So we just won the series. That was the goal for this season, but I wasn't sure I'd be able to pull it off there, especially when we were down in 6th place at one point. But we had some strong finishes at the end, which I suspected we would be able to do. But 3rd and 7th, not bad. Maybe the getting those parts banned and demoted hurt us a little bit, but maybe on the other hand, it also helped us do maybe a little bit better in those races than we normally would have. In any case, we did pretty well there, and we get our sponsorship bonus. Now, if I had gone with 2nd or above, we wouldn't have gotten it, so I think that was still the wiser move to go with 6th or above, even though we achieved that easily. And, got to be pleased with those results for sure. Now, Lucatelli wins the Drivers' Championship with Krantz because he had a fantastic year, but we had the overall better team performance because Willis usually was, middle of the pack or worse, and we were consistently doing better than he was. So, it's kind of team strategy. Do you have one guy that is, does really well, and then have another guy that doesn't do so well and hope to win, or do you have 2 drivers that do consistently decently and hope to win? And it seems like our strategy worked out this time. I'm very pleased with that result. And that means we will be promoted next year into the upper series. And we'll go from there. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.